stage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. And quick throw here, that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He's letting this, that's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 32 that time. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Watson going to try and run it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands. and let them make the big plays downfield.
Second and 5 now. Watson, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And some room to roam now. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 57 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Justin Madubuike breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Watson flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Forced out to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Justin Madubuike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Texans send the punter out, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's fielded at the 45. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
47-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Benson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
At the 10-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Watson off play action. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Watson now to throw on 3rd down. his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Texans first down.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the gun, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Texans 13.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Watson. His throw incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by Patrick Queen. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the option, it's Jackson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go play action now. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 14.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll go again with Dobbins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
17.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece.
Now a hit and a loose football. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. Taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. John Johnson with the INT. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
31. Texans 13. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hand.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Texans cut into that lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Texans 20. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Demario Davis there on the stop.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Ross Blacklock able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability that Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line. More big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They're going deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 43 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Ravens 38, Texans 20.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23.
23 yards, the final tally.
Texans first down.
From the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again is Watson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw. And they're under 200 yards passing for the game. So they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Justin Madubuike in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Eluding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Madubuike. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
The play is a turnover on downs.
They'll run on first down. Weston. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
Their own 25-yard line.
Face in this fourth quarter. On first down, it's Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him. Here's Watson.
Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.